guys, it's Moore again, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the book Felix Ever After by Kacen Callender. Now, if you don't know what the book's about, it's about a transgender boy named Felix who desperately wants to fall in love, but when an anonymous student starts sending him transphobic messages after hanging up pictures of Felix before he transitioned along with his dead name at school, Felix wants revenge. He thinks he knows who the anonymous student is and plans to catfish them, but what he didn't count on is falling in love. Now, if you haven't read the book, there will be spoilers in this review, so stop watching if you don't want to be spoiled. With that said, here's my review of the book, Felix Ever After by Kacen Callender. I thought that Declan was a jerk when we first met him. I mean, the way that he was talking to Felix and Ezra was not right, so I was glad that Felix stood up to him. It was also surprising to learn that Felix and Ezra used to be friends with Declan, and that Ezra and Declan had dated. It made me wonder what happened that changed that. It was really sad to learn that Felix hadn't contacted his mom since he emailed her to tell her that he was transgender. I mean, I know that she's divorced from Felix's dad, but that doesn't mean that she has to ignore Felix. And it was also hard to read about Felix's relationship with his dad. I mean, it was clear that his dad cares about him, but he didn't call him Felix. He called him Kid. And the only times when he didn't call him Kid is when he accidentally called Felix his dead name. I knew that it was going to happen, but the part of the book where Felix saw the pictures of himself before he transitioned hanging up at the school was really upsetting. And it also made me wonder who put them up, since the pictures were private on Felix's Instagram. And it also made me wonder, what would someone gain from doing something like that? I mean, Felix isn't hurting anyone, so why would someone want to hurt him? When Felix found out that Declan didn't put the pictures up, I was obviously wondering who did, and I was also wondering how Felix was going to handle the catfishing, especially since Declan told him that he thinks he's falling for him. And I was also wondering how Declan was going to react when he found out that the person he was messaging was Felix. My guess is that he wasn't going to react well, and I was right. I really liked Bex. They were really welcoming to Felix when he went to the gender identity discussions group, and I know that Felix felt nervous when Bex asked him if he had anything to add before he ran out, but I really liked how Bex went after him and apologized for putting him on the spot, and that they said that they just wanted him to feel welcome, and that he could come back whenever he wanted. It really annoyed me when it was revealed that the reason that Felix and Marisol broke up was because Marisol thought that Felix was a misogynist for transitioning. So I was really glad when Felix finally told Ezra, and Ezra stood up for him and stopped being friends with Marisol. Even though Ezra was upset that Felix was still texting Declan, he was still there when Felix needed him. I felt really sorry for Ezra when he told Felix that he was in love with him, but Felix turned him down because he didn't want to ruin their friendship. I think Felix and Ezra would be perfect together, but there was also a part of me that wanted Felix to end up with Declan. I mean, I would have been fine with him ending up with either one of them, and Felix and Ezra would be perfect since they're already best friends, but I also really loved the conversations that Felix and Declan were having. I was just worried about how Declan was going to react when he found out that Felix was lucky. I was really happy for Felix when he realized he was demi-boy, since he knew that he wasn't a girl, but he was having a hard time figuring out what label he identified with. And you could tell the second he learned about being demi-boy, he related to it. I felt really sorry for Declan when he found out that Felix was lucky because Felix posted the picture on the wrong Instagram account. And I didn't blame Declan for being hurt, since Felix said that when he was talking to Declan, it felt like he was talking to a different person, even though Declan was being himself. Declan had every right to tell Felix that he wanted nothing to do with him, but it was still sad. It was really sweet when Felix went with Declan to Declan's grandfather's house, and I really loved the full circle moment when it was revealed that Declan's grandfather was the old man that Felix and Ezra saw in the beginning of the book. And even though Felix and Declan decided that it wouldn't work out between them, I did like that they tried. During the whole book, I was wondering who put the pictures up. There was a moment when I was wondering if there was going to be a big twist and it was going to be Ezra, but since Ezra was always there for Felix and always defended him, I knew that it wasn't him. But there was kind of a twist when it was revealed to be Austin, and the reason that Austin did it was because he knew that Ezra loved Felix. And since Austin didn't think that Felix was actually a boy, he thought that if he put the pictures up, it would make Ezra stop loving Felix, which obviously did not happen. And Austin's reason for putting the pictures up really made me upset. Yes, Austin said he was sorry, but it was pretty obvious that that was only because Felix figured out it was him. Since if Felix never figured it out, I don't think Austin would have said that he was sorry. I was just glad that Felix had Leah with him to stand up for him. It was really emotional when Felix's dad finally called him Felix and said that he knew that that was his name, but that his dead name was the last thing that was really hard for him to let go. And he said that he loved Felix. Even though Felix doesn't have a relationship with his mom, it's obvious that his dad really loves him. It was a really beautiful moment when Felix told Ezra that he loved him at the Pride Parade, and I loved how the crowd was cheering for them. I really think that Felix and Ezra are perfect together. I did like Declan, but Felix and Ezra are really great together. I loved that Felix's painting was chosen for the end of summer gallery, and I was also really proud of him when he said that it did hurt when the pictures of him before his transition were hung up, but being transgender brought him love, happiness, and power. Thanks for watching, guys! If you read the book, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. And if you want to see any of my future videos, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!